Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and business sponsors who make these live presentations possible. I'm Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore on the camera, Robert Hastings coming to you live from the Cascade Christian Pavilion in Medford, Oregon, and we thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore pregame show as we get set for this matchup between the St. Mary's Crusaders and the Cascade Christian Challengers. Thank you for joining us for the live local sports coverage on TableRockSports.net. Welcome to our home and visiting fans watching today. Joe Brett is our executive producer. Our fans and sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Please help Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and thank you to the nearly 4,000 fans who already have. We're going to take a quick time out, and when we return, we'll get you set for the start of tonight's ball game, and also we have a special event coming up prior to the game, and that'll follow these messages on TableRockSports.net.
One of the things I like most about working at the Ashland Food Co-op is that it's a partner with RVTD's Employer Pass program. It makes it super easy for me to get to work and save a ton of money. I play a lot of musical instruments. I bought my own tuba when I started working at the co-op. Sometimes I'll bring it into work to play for like my coworkers and the customers. When I bring my tuba onto the bus with me, it definitely gets a lot of heads turned and people ask me, what's that thing? Why is it so big? RVTD is moving our community forward.
Don't miss the Start Something New sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Jump online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
With locations to serve you throughout Southern Oregon, make Abby's Pizza your post-game stop with a menu that covers all your family favorites. Abby's is an Oregon post-game tradition since the 1960s. See you after the game at Abby's. Well, I know Abby's has been around about as long as I have, Mark, but a guy that's just a little bit behind me, but he's been around the basketball scene for a long time.
He certainly has.
It's amazing to think. In 1988-89, a recent graduate of Seattle Pacific University, Brian Morse, graduated from college, got married, took a new job working for his father-in-law at Sterling Business Forms, and he thought, you know what? Coaching basketball sounds like a lot of fun. So he took the reins of a Cascade basketball program that had gone through a couple of coaches in a couple of years, and you know, they could compete, but, you know, not much run in them. But 1988-89, he takes over the helm of the program, and he promptly reminds us that he got 37 points dropped on him by Canyonville Bible Academy in the first quarter. He burned up all his timeouts before halftime, and it was a rough go. But he did manage to get 7 wins against 14 losses that season. But since then, he's only had one losing season. 5 state championships, and 700 wins.
Yeah, just 2 losing seasons in his entire career. That first one and one we call the Lost Logan year from a few years ago. But I tell you what, just a phenomenal human being, not just of teaching the kids about basketball, but about life. And if you hang out with Coach Morris for very long, you'll discover real quickly that he's grounding these guys in a lot more than basketball.
Absolutely. Well, I've known Brian since I was a senior, and he was a sophomore at Cascade. And he was always, the youngest son of Conrad and June Morse. That he was just one of those guys that grew up a good, solid kid, had a little bit of a class clown in him. And, of course, I think anybody who knows him well knows that there is that sense of humor that you see a lot more probably away from the court, but quite a storyteller. And really, just as was instilled in him in the home that he grew up in, the church he grew up in, that, he carried those values into coaching. And he's not one of those guys that presents one person away from the court and another person on the sidelines, but it's all very consistent across the board. And I think, to me, the most powerful statement is when you're a coach and you're a longtime coach and you have alumni that come back to help you.
Not only come back to help you, but come back to coach in your youth programs and to come back to watch games of the current teams that you're playing, and he always welcomes those guys to be involved in the program and however they would like to be. And it's always fun to see some of his ex-players and how they talk about Coach Morris with the respect that they do, and how they say, it's kind of funny these days how they say, he was a lot tougher back then. We hear a lot of that.
Well, he went from a guy, and it's a part of his story. He started out as chief cook and bottle washer, much like Andy Maurer with the football program, putting down chalk lines at the VA Dom for basketball games. Brian pretty well did it all back in the day, and oddly enough, his wife Jennifer was also a coach here at Cascade in those early years before the family began to grow. And it seems like that there's been a Morris involved with Grace Cascade since the beginning. When you think about Conrad's involvement in the program. Then, of course, while Doug, the oldest, didn't get a chance to go to school here, Kurt and Charlene graduated just ahead of Brian, and then Brian ended up bringing up the rear, and you can see the fingerprints of the family all over Grace and Cascade Christian Schools, and that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
So tonight they'll honor him here, and then what's interesting, his first state championship came at the 2A level against
St. Mary's.
The opponent that the Challengers are taking on tonight. So that crosstown rivalry has kind of a special significance there. And it's almost kind of like really the history of the two schools are intertwined, and it's almost kind of fitting that on a night we recognize them, that the St. Mary's Crusaders there. And really, when I think about the history of the Crusaders and the Challengers, it's kind of fun just to see how those have paralleled each other.
Yeah, they really have. And as the schools have also moved up classifications over the years, pretty much together as well.
Right. Well, and St. Mary's on this year's campaign, I don't think that would be a real surprise to say that they've outperformed expectations. They're second in the league behind the Challengers. We're going to turn it over to Shane Petch, our PA announcer.
I'm going to challenge you now. the state tournament at Hartsfield and everyone for your own.
And now here's Cascade Athletic Director Nate Maven.
It is a great honor and immense gratitude that I stand before you today to introduce a truly remarkable man. An individual who has dedicated his life to the pursuit of excellence, mentorship, and service to the Challenger family. Will you please join me in welcoming our very own Coach Morris. Coach, for the past 37 years, you've been at the helm of the boys basketball program, and that is a commitment that is rarely seen. For those 37 years, you have been more than a coach. You've been a mentor, a guide, and an inspiration to countless young athletes and coaches. Your dedication to the sport and the unwavering commitment to developing talent and character in every player is unparalleled. Today, we get to celebrate a monumental milestone in your illustrious career, reaching 700 wins as a testament to your commitment to growth, your passion for the game, your ability to inspire greatness and those around you. This achievement is not only a reflection of your personal dedication, but also of the collective efforts and spirit of the teams you've coached throughout the years. In recognition of your 700th win this past Saturday, we'd like to present you with a commemorative ball as a reminder of this amazing feat. Has the Challenger logo on it, has the date that you achieved that 700 win. Only 4 other coaches have achieved that in the state of Oregon. That's pretty incredible. Also behind that, get out here. Behind every great coach is a supporting system that makes success possible. We're delighted to have Coach Morris's family with us today as well. We want to thank his loving wife, Jennifer, who has supported and understood and has been steady and unwavering for 37 years. And his children who have shared their father's time and passion with the countless players he has mentored. The Morris family has truly been an integral part of our community, and we are grateful for their contribution and sacrifice, and thank you as well for allowing us to learn from this great man. Thank you. Coach Morris, on behalf of all past, present, and future challengers, thank you for your 37 years of dedication to Cascade Christian. Your legacy is etched in the hearts of those you have coached and inspired. As you celebrate this incredible achievement, 700 wins, know that your influence extends far beyond the game. Congratulations on this extraordinary milestone. We look forward to many more years of your leadership and inspiration. Let's give a round of applause to Coach Morris and his family and his greatest contributions to the community. Thank you, Coach Morris.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Morris, 700 wins in his victory. By the way, fun fact, the number 1 spot held by Mike Doherty at 850. And if you saw the article in the Rogue Valley Times, well written by Chris Henry the other day, you know that at 58, he has no real designs of slowing down. And Mark, I know you and I were kind of not far ahead of him in the game, and I guess there's always been that feeling. It's like, well, when it's time, I'll know, and that time isn't here yet.
No, he sure doesn't think it is, and you can tell from he still has the passion, the energy. You saw from the video a little bit there. If you get a chance to go online and look at that video where you can see it a little better and listen to the the audio clearer, you can really hear his passion for the kids, his passion for the game of basketball. And if you ever want to go see some intensity, just go to that video. There's a couple of other videos of him right before games at the state tournament, and you can really feel the emotion, the intensity that he brings to the game of basketball, and his players respond to it.
Well, he was a guy I can remember. Again, I was a senior when he was a sophomore. On the Challenger team that we were a part of, we didn't have a starter over 6 feet tall. A lot of times, Brian in our zone defense would play in the post spot at 5'10". He probably weighed about $140 at the time. So he's going up against bigger guys, but he was always that kind of high energy player. And I know in the couple of years that followed that he really grew into a fantastic player, ended up with a career high 36 points along the way in his career, and eventually between Marty Maurer and Scotty Morris and Austin Maurer, of course, that record ended up falling by the wayside. But again, it's like everybody has said here tonight, his legacy is far more than basketball and X's and O's, but that rather is its recognition that it's a teaching tool to mold young men.
Well, and it's so needed in our current society. I think when you look at kids are less involved in sports these days, and less more involved with their phones and their social media feeds and stuff like that. And basketball and all sports, I think, teach kids lessons that they don't learn on their phones, if you know what I mean. And
hard work, goal setting,
yes,
teamwork, dedication,
and how to deal with losses in life. And these are very simple losses, when you're playing a sport, but you need to learn that you don't always win. There's not always a participation trophy in everything you do, and you got to work for things if you want them. And sports teaches all those kinds of things. And I love to see Coach Morris, who's I guess you would call old school, with some of that stuff. And the kids really understand that he expects certain things. They're required to be here for practices, to be here and ready to go every day. And it's a little like a job playing on the Challenger basketball program, but it's a lot of fun too.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and of course, kids love. You're looking at. I mean, this program has not only just had 5 championships, but 3 consecutive state championships. And you look at this year. I've always said if this team ends up making a deep run, if ever there were a year where I'd say he'd be deserving of Coach of the Year honors for the state of Oregon, it would be this one, because this is a different team than what the Challengers have had for the last 3 years, and yet the success continues.
Yep.
He's got that ability. Some coaches, they've got their program, they've got their way they do their X's and O's. Maybe they like to run, or maybe they like to pound it inside. But Brian's one of those guys that's like, well, this is the talent I have this year, so these are the things we're going to do different. With this Challenger team, you're talking about guys who can hit from long distance, and of course that one common thread through it all has been the man-to-man defense.
Yeah, it has been, and that defense has what sustains the Challenger program through all the highs and lows, because if you can play good defense and keep yourself in the game, there's always a chance you can win it at the end.
All right, looks like we're getting about set here to do the starting lineups, and we did the national anthem earlier, so we will go ahead and take a quick break and be right back here on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Father, Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
In the heart of the Rogue Valley, RVTD connects us all, not just through miles traveled, but also through time. 50 years ago, public transportation laid the foundation for growth in Southern Oregon. These early buses didn't just carry passengers, they carried progress, connecting communities and fueling dreams. Rogue Valley Transportation District, celebrating 50 years of moving our community forward.
With Shane Petch, our public address announcer, let's get ready to meet the starting lineups for tonight's game.
And now for your starting lineups. First for the visiting Crusaders. A senior guard, number 3, Nolan Hensman. A junior forward, number 4, Jax North. A junior guard, number 5, Jack King. A senior guard, number 24, CJ Segling. And a junior forward, number 30, Emery Camiller. And challenging the Crusaders are under the direction of head coach Jared Pulver. And now, for your Cascade Christian Challengers. A 6-foot senior guard, number 1, Riley Richardson. A 6-foot senior guard, number 2, Jared from Columbia. A 6'2 junior weight, number 3, Brady Klecker. A 6'3 senior forward, number 13, Katie Goldie. And a 6'5 freshman post, number 25, Andy Alvarez. The challengers are under the direction of head coach Brian Morris and assistant coaches Ryan McLemore, Jeremy Trans, Cody Reese, and Jordan Jenkins.
All right, so there you have it, the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. The challengers in their home white uniforms with purple numerals and purple trim. The St. Mary's Crusaders in their road dark blue uniforms with green and white trim and white numerals. The Hayes in the barn. Let's go.
Well, and you probably noticed Derek Farmer not in the lineup tonight, not available with his sprained ankle from previous game. So we'll see how the challengers do without him tonight against the Crusaders.
So it'll be next man up opportunity for the freshman Alvarez. Challengers control the tip. Richardson will bring it out of backcourt. He's been on fire as of late. Frankowiak with the basketball. Good ball handler. Gets it low post for Golday. Kicks it back out. Richardson drives to the hoop. Misses the shot. Rebound taken by North. He'll outlet for Nolan Glad you could join us. Rivalry game. North gets the Crusaders on the board first.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this first quarter goes, especially without availability of Derek Farmer.
Klecker with the basketball. Starts a drive, bounce passes back to Frankowiak.
And you can see the Crusaders trying to pick up the D early.
Alvarez in the low post makes a move, little baby hook. 2. Well, that's a good sign if you're a Challenger fan.
Absolutely. Alvarez with a little size advantage down there in the post and not afraid to use it.
Meanwhile, driving the other way, Hensman to North. North working against Goldade. Little fadeaway jumper off to the left. Frankowiak with the rebound. He'll bring it out of backcourt. He'll drive hard to the hole. Off the window. 4-2. Challengers leading scorer at 14 a game. Hensman with the basketball, guarded by Frankowiak. Driving to the hole, North lays it up with the left hand and ties the game. Richardson with the ball. Klecker makes a move to the hoop. Active hands defensively by the Crusaders. And now they'll give it to Alvarez. His shot just a little bit short. And it is taken away by C.J. Segalink, the senior guard, and a whistle in the backcourt.
So the first foul of the game goes against Frankowiak.
Hensman. Emery Chevalier will work a low post for North. And they'll go ahead and kick it out. Firing from long range. There is Segalink. Offensive rebound. He'll try one again. And he gets it to go.
He's the guy that you have to keep an eye on. He can make a three, as you saw right there. Missed the first one, but made the second.
Alvarez with the screen. Frankowiak. His shot rims off there with the rebound. Hensman. Segalink out of backcourt. Tries to push the action. He'll work against Richardson. His shot off the glass. And there's Alvarez with the rebound. 4:54. Crusaders, as they did in the first meeting between these two teams this season, have the early lead. Goldade from distance.
You leave Cade alone in the corner, and he can make you pay, as he does there.
Goldade averaging almost 8 points a game for the Challengers. Now a steal by Richardson. He'll work his way out of backcourt. He lays it up and in. Hensman. Emery. Cross-court pass. North loses the handle on it, and it'll be Challenger basketball.
And then you can, I don't know if you noticed, St. Mary's running sort of a flex offense, and the Challengers switching the screens, and that's confusing the Crusaders.
Kent David checking in for the Crusaders, along with Ty Zimmerman. Zimmerman, 21, and David, 11. Richardson kicks it out for Frankowiak. He'll drive, spin, works it for Goldade. Now Klecker denied there as Segalink gets a hand on it. Now checking into the lineup, the leader in three-point percentage for the Challengers, Hudson Gottsman. It looks like the Challengers going to go kind of small here. Richardson with it, drives to the hoop with the reverse. Challengers, who trailed by 3, now lead by 4. Little floater there by Hensman. St. Mary's within 2. He'll feed it. Alvarez down on the low post. Work it for Frankowiak. Gottsman on the drive. And now Richardson will shoot it. His shot just off to the right. And Segalink, who's just everywhere, grabs a hold of the ball. Jack King checking in, number 5. And Looks like we had another sub in the game, but I lost him for a moment there. North going to come out for a breather. Challengers, backcourt pressure. And driving up the floor, King.
They're going to get Klecker.
So it'll be his first personal foul, second team foul for the Challengers. Lead by 2 in the ball game with 3:17 left to go in the first. Hensman, cross court.
He traveled with it.
Turnover, Crusaders.
Tried to get Sedgelink open for a 3, and he thought he had it. He turned to shoot it, and the defender was right there. He shuffled his feet. Gets called for the travel. The Challengers get it back. Just the second turnover so far for the Crusaders, though, here in the quarter.
Frankowiak working against King. Now for Klecker. Bounce pass inside to Goldade. Couldn't quite get the handle on it. On the break go the Crusaders. And laying it up and in for 2, Ty Zimmerman.
That's one thing you can't do if you're the Challengers is turn the ball over and let them get runouts.
Gottsman with the basketball, picks up his dribble, passes up top for Frankowiak. 3-point shooter, in and out. Heartbreak, ball's loose on the floor. Hensman comes up with it. King. And sneaking behind the defense, but missing the shot, is Jack King. Frankowiak bring the basketball out of backcourt. Taylor Snowden getting ready to check in, as well as North for the Crusaders. 2:07 left to go in the quarter. Frankowiak swings it around the horn. Swinging inside for Richardson. Oh. Misses the bunny.
Smoked the layup there.
11-11 ball game. Sedgelink, his shot off the window for 2. Now going the other way, Gottsman with it, glides to the hoop, shot a little bit long, ball's loose on the floor. Klecker trying to save it. And the Challengers keep possession as Snowden checks in and Richardson comes out of the game. Also returning to the game will be Andy Alvarez. Klecker will come out for a breather. So both teams going to their bench early and often. Jared Pulver, the head man for St. Mary's.
Yeah, both teams have a pretty deep bench too.
Alvarez swings it. Frankowiak, his shot in and out. Rebound taken by King. Quickly up the floor to North. And we'll have an offensive foul called. And you know that the Challengers take great pride in offering themselves up for defense.
Yes, they do.
You can guarantee the bench will get up on their feet every time that something like that happens.
This first quarter kind of reminds me of what we saw over at St. Mary's. The Crusaders shooting pretty well in the first quarter and staying ahead of the Challengers.
Alvarez with it, and he lays it up and in. The game is tied. The freshman with 4 in the game. Weaving his way to the basket and getting a hand on it defensively as Kent David made his move. Jaron Frankowiak. We're inside a minute left to go in the quarter. Jaron will come out for a breather. Briley Richardson returns. They'll inbound. King tries to run it down, can't get there in time. And it'll be Challenger basketball. 55.9, tie ball game. Gottsman in there along with Richardson, Alvarez, Snowden, and Goldade. Richardson working against King. Snowden with the ball. Gives it up for Gottsman. Gottsman starts to make a move. Spins to the hoop. Goss got a little too far underneath. And we'll have a foul called against the Crusaders. Gottsman, the leading scorer off the bench for the Challengers, averaging 7 a game.
Yeah, nice little spin move there by Hudson as he attacks the rim. Gave him an open lane over here on the left side, and he was able to get to the rim. And he got a little bit of a shove, I think, really is what caused him to be a little bit under the rim, and that's why he, shot that ball up underneath. Makes the first free throw, though.
And that's his first point of the night. Second attempt, in and out. Alvarez trying to get the rebound, but North with position. And the Challenger lead is 1. Gottsman shooting 61% from the free throw line this season. Zimmerman with the basketball. North, Hensman. Near steal by Alvarez. He's going to have to quickly recover. North makes a move. Shot tipped around. Alvarez comes up with it. And it has it taken away by Hensman. Hensman up the floor to King. He tries to save it, but Klecker is there. Klecker, as he just crossed midcourt. A little bit of contact there from the Crusaders. That'll go against Hensman. Crusaders with 3 team fouls, Challengers with 2. Frankowiak will check in, giving him another shooter. Richardson, Gottsman has it tipped away. Moving to the hoop, Zimmerman. And he can't connect, and that will end the first quarter of play. After 1, your John L. Scott scoreboard. Cascade Christian 14, the Crusaders 13. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
You know, Mark, half the value of coming to the games are the tunes.
Oh, absolutely.
As Russell Brown is there at courtside, regaling us with some timeout music. We're getting ready to start the second quarter. And
so Challengers 6 for 14 in the first quarter. Crusaders 6 for 12. So both teams shooting well to start the game.
A.J. Zimmerman into the ball game, guarded by Klecker.
And he puts 2 hands on him, and that's an automatic, and that's going to be Brady's second.
So A.J. with that shake and bake motion. He's going to keep Klecker busy tonight, no question about that.
Well, Challengers go into their 1-3-1 trap right now.
Zimmerman will fire from downtown. It'll sail out of bounds. It'll be Challenger basketball.
So we see the Challengers switching defenses go into that 1-3-1 zone, extended zone that they like to run. Really, to be honest with you, the Crusaders have had a lot of trouble with that over the last couple of years.
Richardson with the basketball, gets the screen from Alvarez. The little floater, no good. Ball tipped around. Richardson gets it back. Frankowiak. Klecker has a look, and his shot is short. Offensive rebound by Richardson. Now to Frankowiak. He'll swing it, low post for Alvarez. He'll begin to make his move, kicks it out. Goldade will shoot, and his shot in and out. Somebody's put a lid on the basket. Out of backcourt. Sedgelink. Now to Zimmerman. Sedgelink will fire from downtown. His shot in and out. Richardson with the rebound, quickly up the floor to Frankowiak. He tries to feed Goldade, but it is broken up by North. Good defense there by the Crusaders.
And another Challenger turnover.
Ball loose up high. Klecker gets a hand on it. A.J. Zimmerman there. He'll go ahead and pull up, shoot. His shot short. Out of backcourt, Frankowiak.
Challengers catch a break right there. Zimmerman with an open look.
Frankowiak making a move to the hoop. And it is knocked out of bounds by the Crusaders. Coach Jared Pulver going to go ahead and call a timeout. And it'll be a 30-second timeout. Check out the new sports voice in Southern Oregon, the Ace Sports Radio, AM 1300, FM 107.9, and streaming live at the acesportsradio.com. Also, our sports action brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Jeep Dodge Chrysler, where you can find great deals on the lot or at lithiasuperstore.com. And by Rogue Credit Union with locations throughout Southern Oregon to serve you. Well, this is certainly a reminder, Mark, that rivalry games, you kind of throw the prior stats and all of the of that out the window because everybody's out to play tonight.
Well, this is teams 1 and 2 in the league, though. You got to remember that. So both these teams are good teams, probably obviously the two best teams in this league.
Inbound. Richardson will fire. His shot a little bit long. Trying to fight for the rebound is Klecker, but it's controlled by the Crusaders. Second link. North. His shot. Nothing but net.
Challengers get an open look again, but not, as you mentioned, making threes tonight.
Except
for Cade. That's his second.
Cade Goldade has 14 triples on the season. Doesn't shoot them a lot, but obviously it's in his range. Meanwhile, taken away by Frankowiak. Good transition defense by the Crusaders. Alvarez, who also has range, will pull up and shoot. His shot a little bit off to the right, and there's North with the rebound. A.J. Zimmerman picked up by Klecker, double teamed. Work it over for North. Down in the corner, Emery has it. King swings it, and now in the corner, Second Link, his shot rims off. Ball's loose on the floor. And Second Link, good hustle there, moves to the hoop, misses the shot, rebound Goldade.
Well, Second Link went to a couple of shots and not able to get cash on either one of them.
Up high, Frankowiak will shoot. Frankowiak, who's been cold the last few weeks.
He's 1 for 5 in this one so far.
Challenger lead is 1, but the Crusaders have the ball. Ball knocked away by Goldade. Hensman checking back into the ball game. Kent David also in, as well as Ty Zimmerman.
Challengers staying in the 1-3-1 so far against the Crusaders. I'm kind of surprised they've stayed in it this long, although it looks like maybe now they're going to go back to their man. Nope, they're staying in the 1-3-1.
Gottsman representing the 1 up high. Second link. Hensman, guard-to-guard exchange. The shot rims off to the right. And Kent David there to run it down. David up top. Hensman looking inside. And the bunny there by David is good.
That was a good pass that time by Hensman inside to David.
Frankowiak out of backcourt. Calls for the screen from Alvarez. He'll pull up and shoot from 16. His shot just a little bit short. Goldade, though, sticks out his arms. And Frankowiak tries again, and he can't get it to go. Emery falls to the floor. Now down on the corner. Ty Zimmerman with the basketball. Tipped away momentarily. And the shot, a little bit long. Goldade with the rebound.
After shooting hot in the first quarter, both teams struggling here in the second to shoot the basketball.
Richardson, bounce pass to Alvarez. Goldade's going to shoot from 3. His shot in and out. But that's the difficulty with perimeter shooting. The 3 giveth and the 3 taketh away. Second link going to try one, and he gets it to go.
That's his second. He's got 8 now.
Challengers going to call a timeout. We will take one as well. 3:18 left to go in the half. Challengers trail by 4. We'll be back in 1 minute.
After I met her, I called and asked her to go on a date with me, and we came to Abby's Pizza for our first date.
Eating it across from each other, I'll never forget it. This place is special.
It's
It's barbecue chicken pizza season at Abby's Legendary Pizza, baby. Featuring our flavorful pizza sauce and a 3-cheese blend, layered with BBQ sauce, chicken, and onions. Order your hot and fresh feast now at abbys.com. A legendary pizza tradition.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
I think.
Table Rock Sports thanks our great sponsors, including John L. Scott Real Estate, our scoreboard sponsors, and our longtime friends from Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less in Southern Oregon. Taylor Snowden checking into the ball game for the Challengers. Richardson, or Snowden, Gottsman, well covered. Feeds it inside for Goldade, and he banks it home. If I remember right, Goldade had a good game against St. Mary's the first meeting between these two teams.
He did.
Unfortunately, we've got a man down for St. Mary's, and while they tend to him, I think we'll go ahead and take a step away for a quick moment.
In the heart of the Rogue Valley, RVTD connects us all, not just through miles traveled, but also through time. 50 years ago, public transportation laid the foundation for growth in Southern Oregon. These early buses didn't just carry passengers, they carried progress, connecting communities and fueling dreams. Rogue Valley Transportation District, celebrating 50 years of moving our community forward.
Jax North, the injured St. Mary's player, able to walk off under his own power. Looked a little gimpy, like it might be a knee. But
he might have got his knee banged. You know how that happens when you get your knee banged?
And those hurt.
Those do, and they take a minute to recover from. It's almost like getting your elbow, the stinger on your elbow.
Yes. Shot missed by Hensman. Carson Willard, who's in the game, with the rebound. Snowden up the floor to Gottsman. They'll feed it over in the corner. Richardson on the drive. And there'll be a blocking foul called against the Crusaders.
That one's going to go on King.
Floor foul. Both teams with one team foul apiece. Snowden. And then there's Goldade once again to tie up the game.
As a matter of fact, if you remember the Crusader game the last time over at St. Mary's, it was Goldade that kept the Challengers in the game in the first half so they could make that run in the second half. And he's doing it again tonight.
King on the drive, picks up his dribble. Emery over in the corner for Ty Zimmerman, working against Willard.
Shot clock down to 10.
Moving to the hoop. Zimmerman misses the shot. Trying to grab the rebound is David, but is poked away by the Challengers. Gottsman out of backcourt. Tries the layup, misses it. Willard with the rebound, and now Richardson moves to the hoop, and he misses the shot.
Oh, boy.
Challengers a little bit out of control. They'll swing the ball over for Ty Zimmerman, guarded by Richardson. Richardson staying toe-to-toe. Emery in the corner. 16 on the shot clock. Move to the hoop. It's good.
What's the problem?
Looks like we have a wet spot on the floor,
They
perhaps. Willard's coming out of the ball game. Frankowiak returns. He's in there along with Gottsman, Alvarez, Snowden, and Cade Goldade. The Crusaders counter with Ty Zimmerman, along with Jack King, Emery Chemelier, David, and Hensman. Frankowiak to Golday. Challengers trail by 2. We'll work for Gottsman. Gottsman goes inside. His shot off the window. Can't get it to go. There for the rebound is David. Driving to the hoop. And we have a foul against Cascade.
It's going to go on Gottsman.
That'll be his first of the ball game.
2 hands on the driver.
Hensman up high, guarded by Gottsman. And shooting it from downtown, knocking it down. Ty Zimmerman.
He's got 7 all in the quarter.
Golday with the basketball, drives hard to the hole. His shot off to the left. Snowden tries to knock it away, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Crusader ball. And you know what? I remember the score being just like this in the first half.
It certainly was.
The one thing they don't have tonight that they had back then was Derek Farmer.
Exactly.
And he was an important part of that win.
And Gottsman's going to get another foul.
So that'll be his second personal foul of the game. 3 team fouls for the Challengers. They've got a couple to give. Now, Gavin Casebeer making his first appearance of the night.
No.
A correction. Previous 3-pointer is corrected to a 2-pointer.
Oh.
Okay. So
that would be on Zimmerman. That was a 2-pointer, not a 3-pointer.
So a 4-point game with 31 seconds left to go in the half. Over in the corner, King will fire his shot. Nothing but air. There out of backcourt is Frankowiak. And we'll have a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. That'll go against Hensman. That'll be his second of the game. A.J. Zimmerman checking into the lineup. Also checking in for Cascade will be Briley Richardson. Richardson right behind the arc. Frankowiak will let fly, and he gets it to go. You know it was just a matter of time.
Well, and the Challengers needed that.
Meanwhile, good-looking buzzer heave from A.J. Zimmerman, and that will conclude the first half of play. So that late 3 by Frankowiak draws the Challengers within 1. It has been a tough, hard-fought game. Stay tuned. Coming up, we'll have our halftime report brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. That'll follow this 2-minute timeout on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
We want to show Carson the most love and support that we can in this time of need. So now I want to introduce and welcome the Sparrow family.
After I met her, I called and asked her to go on a date with me, and we came to Abby's Pizza for our first date.
Eating it across from each other, I'll never forget it. This place is special.
It's Barbecue chicken pizza season at Abby's Legendary Pizza, baby. Featuring our flavorful pizza sauce and a 3-cheese blend, layered with BBQ sauce, chicken, and onions. Order your hot and fresh feast now at Abby's.com. A legendary pizza tradition.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
Back here at the Cascade Christian Pavilion, Sparrow Night, so a presentation to the Cascade Christian Sparrow Carson, and being presented with a check there, at least in terms of the support that Cascade Christian High School has raised for Carson so far. Mark working on the halftime statistics. This game has been the grind that we always anticipate that a battle between the Challengers and the Crusaders is going to be. The Challengers starting out with the first quarter lead, and then St. Mary's making a little bit of a run in the second quarter. And a lot of things that, I can recall seeing in the first meeting between the two teams, at least in terms of St. Mary's able to hit from downtown early in the ball game. The Challengers have had a lot of shots go in and out. Yeah, you can't say that they're bricks.
Nope.
It's just can't get them to fall. And but there's just enough there that you can, both teams very much in this, and a lot of basketball left to be played. It'll be interesting to see what the second half brings.
Well, and it's going to be even more intense and difficult and challenging for both teams to score the basketball as both teams ramp up their defensive pressure in the second half. So far in the first half, though, the Challengers 10 for 30 from the field. That's 33%, a little bit below their average for the season, struggling shooting the basketball here in the first half. St. Mary's, on the other hand, 11 for 26, 42% for them. So they're shooting the ball a little bit better than the Challengers, but the Challengers with only 4 turnovers in the first half, the Crusaders with 6, and the Challengers definitely, as you can tell from the shot totals, with the extra shots, have won the offensive rebounding battle too. And unfortunately for the Challengers, there's been a few possessions where they've had multiple shots and not been able to cash in. So they're going to have to work, the glass, continue to work the glass in the second half and hope to get a few more shots to fall if they're going to pull this one off. And scoring so far in the basketball game, first for St. Mary's, Hansman has 2, North has 7 to lead the way for, actually CJ Sedgelink has 8 and North has 7 to lead the way for St. Mary's. Jack King, or Kent David with a bucket. Ty Zimmerman has 6 points, so pretty balanced scoring by St. Mary's with 5 guys in the scoring column so far. For the Challengers tonight, similar results for them as far as having 4 guys doing most of the scoring so far in the first half. Briley Richardson has 4 points. Jaron Frankowiak, thanks to that three-pointer right at the end of the half, has 5. Cade Goldade, though, really keeping the Challengers in it so far, as he has 10 points in the first half, and Andy Alvarez also with 4 points. Hudson Gottsman has a free throw for a point, and that's where we are here at halftime with the scoring. And it's been a defensive battle a little bit, I'd say, here in the first half. Both teams really getting up on each other and trying to pressure the ball and make it difficult on the other team shooting, and so far it's been working.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defense, to me, so much of defense is attitude. And both teams, you can see the Crusaders with a lot of pressure out high and making the Challengers work for the shots. See much the same thing on the other side of the court. And, so far, typically, it always seems like historically that for the Challengers and Crusaders, it's the home team that usually comes out on top, although the Challengers got that win pulled away late in the game to take the victory over at their place. And, you think about it, Mark, you and I have seen a couple of games along the way over here where St. Mary's truly made Cascade work for it.
Oh, absolutely, and I don't see any difference tonight. I think the Challengers are going to have to come out here in the second half and earn it if they're going to want to take this league title, because really the league title comes down to tonight's game. If you look at everyone else besides the Challengers and the Crusaders, they're far back, and when you look at especially the Challengers' remaining games against Lakeview and Brookings and Rogue River, there's really not anyone there that's going to challenge them very, very likely anyway, especially Lakeview here at Cascade Christian. So Brookings and Rogue River just have not been competitive this year.
Yes, well, a reminder that coming up a week away, you mentioned Lakeview. That game will be broadcast on Table Rock Sports. Both the boys and the girls playing that evening. Not only will it be senior night, but it will be sports sponsor night as well. Our halftime report brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Visit PlayMedford.com for the latest recreation guide. All the sports leagues, classes, and special events await you. Visit PlayMedford.com to learn more. And now we'll take another break and get ready for the start of the second half. It is the Crusaders 25 and the Challengers 24. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Carpet One has been serving Southern Oregon for 68 years.
And it's time to celebrate during our 68th anniversary sale.
Save on Southern Oregon's largest inventory of hardwood, waterproof flooring, carpet, laminate, and tile.
Plush carpet just $268 a square foot.
Laminate $168 a square foot.
Waterproof plank an incredible 68 cents a square foot.
Plus pay no interest for 12 full months. During the 68th anniversary sale at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the Start Something New sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to the Cascade Christian Pavilion, getting ready for the start of the second half. Before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite beverage. Dutch Bros gives back to the communities they serve in support of kids and local efforts to help others. Dutch Bros. Both teams getting ready to take the floor, getting ready for the start of the second half. What will the second half bring? We will soon find out. The Challengers start the second half with the ball. Richardson, Alvarez, Briley Richardson. Cross-court pass. Frankowiak! Well, I think he's come alive. Jaron with 8 in the ball game. Challengers retake the lead. Hensman with it. Bounce pass to second link. Guard-to-guard exchange. Feed inside to North. North pull-up jumper a little bit short. Alvarez with the rebound. With Alvarez and Goldade in the lineup, the Challengers' 2 tallest players in. Goldade will fire from 3. His shot. Got it any higher, he would have drawn rain.
Or hit the roof, one or the other.
Well, we're just glad we got a roof to hit.
That's right.
Emery with the basketball. Hensman Heart's definitely going out to our friends over at North Medford.
Yep.
Ball goes out of bounds.
Nice to see Francowiak come out and knock down that first three.
Give him some confidence there. Challengers with the lead and the ball. 6:56 to go in the third. Richardson, Francowiak. He'll take it. He'll make it. Now there's the Jaron we all know and love.
And he's the guy that will not stop shooting either, no matter how many he misses, and you got to love that about. He's got that shooter's mentality.
Hensman. He'll kick it out. North will shoot from three. He says, I can do that too. North with 10 in the ball game. It's a 2-point game as the Challengers lead. Richardson glides to the hoop, misses the shot. Ball's loose on the floor. North there. Opportunity to tie or take the lead for St. Mary's. North on the drive, goes hard to the hole. It's a tie game.
Yeah, North with 12 to lead the Crusaders so far, and Challengers got to get a body on him.
Carson Willard, maybe one of those guys that can fill the bill as he gets set to check in. Alvarez with the screen feed inside. Francowiak. Goldade will shoot, and he drains it. Cade Goldade playing with more confidence than a possum on the freeway. And the Challengers with the 3-point lead. And a timeout called on the floor, I believe.
No, it's he stepped out of bounds. King stepped out of bounds, and so it's going to be Challengers' ball.
Can the Challengers capitalize? Substitution getting ready to check in for the Crusaders. Ty Zimmerman. Feed it, Francowiak. An offensive foul called against the Challengers, and I kind of have the feeling the hometown crowd doesn't like it a whole lot. 5:21 to go in the third. Challengers up by 3. King will get set to inbound against the Challenger pressure.
Well, they took that bucket off and called an offensive foul on the screen.
Foul called against Brady Klecker.
And I think that's Brady's third.
It is, and that'll send Huddy Gottsman into the ball game.
Actually, that's his fourth. They must have called him on the offensive foul earlier.
Hensman against the Challenger pressure. Speedy guard, able to work out of it. He'll work it in the corner, driving is King. King to North. And he has been eating the Challengers' lunch.
Yes, he has. He's getting good position down low, and the Crusaders are finding him.
Francowiak with a drive, kicks it out. Gottsman. Now Richardson with it, driving to the hoop. He'll try the shot blocked by Segalink, but there is Goldade. He can't get it to go. Nice save by Willard. Willard, and his shot rejected. Steal by Francowiak. He misses it. And we have a whistle stopping play. And a timeout called by St. Mary's. A 30-second timeout. Rory Wold State Farm Insurance, protecting your dreams in Oregon for over 30 years. Like a good neighbor, Rory Wold State Farm Insurance. Also our thanks to Libert's Carpet One for supporting our live streams, 2 Giant Warehouses, Design Help, and certified flooring installers. Libert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass. And it has been a wild third quarter. And if you're the Challengers, what do you do about Jax North?
Well, he's been dominating the boards, and unfortunately for the Challengers, they don't seem to have anybody that can keep him off of them. So let's see what they do as far as defensive rotations to try and help Cade, Goldade, and or, well, I think Cade's been who's guarding him so far anyway. see if they can bring some help for him.
Hensman taking the inbound. Opportunity to take the lead for the Crusaders. King left at the top of the key. Hensman will shoot from downtown. Shot off target. Richardson lets the defense pass him by. Gets it for Frankowiak. Screen from Goldade. And we'll have a whistle and a foul against the Crusaders. Segelink whistled for his first personal. First team foul of the third for the Crusaders.
This has become more of a war than anything so far, Jim, in the third quarter.
I think you're right. Frankowiak, his shot rims off. Weak side rebound taken by Hensman. He's looking up the floor. Challengers get back defensively. King working against Jaron. Skip pass. And now Ty Zimmerman on the drive. Kick it back out. Segelink. And he gets it to go. Segelink giving the Crusaders a 2-point lead with 3:41 left to go in the third. A little push there, I think King got away with. Richardson, 2. Seen some hard picks.
Yes, you have. Both teams working hard.
Try to loop a pass inside. Say it was last touched by North.
It was. It bounced off of him. You could see it from here, off his shoulder after he tried to catch it.
Alvarez checking into the ball game. Goldade will come out for a breather. David checking into the ball game. North going to come out for a breather. We got Ty Zimmerman in there along with Hensman. Segelink. Work the ball. Gottsman going to drive hard to the hole. And one. Who says he's only about shooting three-pointers?
Nice slashing drive that time and a good finish.
Gottsman with an opportunity for a three-point play. Foul against Hensman is third. That one rims off. And the ball bounces around. David's there to reel it in.
Challengers with chances to get that rebound. Alvarez just couldn't get his hands on it.
Lead is 2 for Cascade. Segelink going to line it up. Lets it fly. And Gottsman, Hensman fighting in the corner. Segelink. And we'll have a whistle near the Crusader basket.
And the Challengers now having trouble corralling the rebounds. They didn't have that problem in the first half. And Crusaders with a second chance opportunity that's going to turn into a couple free throws here because the Challengers can't get the rebound.
Segelink misses the first. He has 8 in the game. Even distribution of scoring tonight among the Crusaders as Hensman comes out and A.J. Zimmerman checks in. Second free throw attempt. St. Mary's draws within 1. And the Challengers going to take a timeout. For over 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the industry leader and clear choice in Southern Oregon. Whether it's auto or residential, Bill's Glass covers the complete spectrum. Bill's Glass in Medford, Ashland, and Grants Pass. Today's game is brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events, and by Hart Insurance of Medford and Grants Pass, who can help you with personal or business policies, and independent agency, Hart Insurance.
Well, this one looks like it's going to be one of those barn burners, Jim.
Yeah, right down to the wire. 2:34 left to go in the third.
Challengers up 37-36. And they have the ball. See what they do out of the timeout.
Frankowiak along with Willard, Gottsman, Richardson, and Alvarez. Richardson screen from Gottsman. Frankowiak fakes the three. And we'll have a foul on the floor for the Crusaders. That'll be their third team foul.
That's Jack King.
That's his second personal. Jax North going to check back into the ball game. Challengers will inbound underneath their own basket. 2:26 to go in the third. Way out high to Richardson. And apparently Crusader touched it. Willard with the basketball. Frankowiak lets it fly. Can't get it to go. Willard with the offensive rebound. And the pass by Alvarez taken away by Zimmerman. And it'll be Challenger basketball. A near miss there if you're a Challenger fan.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was really weird all the way around.
Challengers lead by one. Gottsman with the screen. And then they'll feed it inside. Goldade! Goldade extends the Challenger lead to 3. 1:50 to go in the third. A.J. Zimmerman against Gottsman. A little shake and bake there. Gives it up. And now moving to the hoop. Ty Zimmerman loses the handle on the basketball. And a foul in the backcourt. Jax North with kind of that knowing look on his face is like, yeah. That's his second of the ball game. 14 fouls now for the Crusaders with 1:36 to go in the third.
And if I remember right, North had some foul trouble in that last game, most of the game. And that kind of helped out the Challengers with him not in there. And he's obviously playing a bit more in this one.
Willard. Well, swinging around the horn, Frankowiak. Richardson lines up the shot. It's off to the left, no good. And coming away with it is A.J. Zimmerman quickly up the floor. King drives to the hoop. And the rebound taken by Goldade off the miss. Quickly up the floor, Richardson with it, with the reverse. 2.
Challengers getting a little bit of separation for the first time in this one. I think that's might be their biggest lead, or close to it if it isn't.
Zimmerman picked up by Gottsman. He picks up his dribble, looking for help. King offers it, guarded by Frankowiak. North, who's had quite a game tonight, working against Goldade, moves to the hoop, in and out. Nice move, though.
Good help that time by Hudson. Gottsman making him shoot over the top of him.
26 seconds left to go, so the shot clock is off here to end the third quarter.
Challengers going to probably run what they run at the end of the quarters, which will be a high screen and roll. Cade Goldade, I'm guessing, coming up here with about 10 seconds to go.
Here he goes. Sagan Link with it, and another one of those situations where Sagan Link knew the minute the whistle blew.
And luckily for the Challengers, it's in the bonus. Puts the Challengers in the bonus where they get to shoot a couple free throws.
Briley Richardson, 30 leading scorer on the Challengers at 9.3 a game, and he's been one of those guys. He and Goldade both within the last month have really come on.
Yeah, and typically he's been shooting a lot better from three than he has tonight too. He's kind of struggled from three. He's made some twos, but he hasn't made any threes, and right there he misses an important free throw.
Gavin Casebeer, Taylor Snowden checking into the ball game with 8.2 left to go in the third.
Second free throw for Richardson. He missed the first one. He got the second one.
And the Challenger lead is now 6. So it's at least a 2-score game. AJ gonna let it fly. His shot short. And that will end the third quarter of play. The battle continues. And it's not over yet. Still Stick around. Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll have the fourth quarter of play on TableRockSports.net.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your...
What, no fade?
You're ready to go for the fourth quarter of play.
Yeah, this has been a great one so far. Brady Klecker checking back in with those 4 fouls. What's the over-under on how long he stays?
Well, that is an interesting question.
Challengers start the fourth quarter in the 1-3-1.
Will feed it over in the corner. Hensman, and now Zimmerman, and Ty cuts the lead in half.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I would have gone to that. I think they're going to that because they want to keep Brady out of foul trouble, but if they're going to give up some threes, probably not a good choice.
Andy Alvarez working in the low post, can't get the baby hook to go, gets his own rebound. Richardson with the left hand, and he misses that one. Hensman quickly up the floor. A.J. Zimmerman. Hensman with the bounce pass to North. North a little fadeaway, in and out. Goldade with the rebound.
Yeah, North really didn't need to fade away that time, but he chose to anyway, and that might have helped out the Challengers.
Meanwhile, a little clutch and grab from the Crusaders. Ty Zimmerman, not so sure about that.
Well, he obviously put his hand right on Frankowiak, so it's pretty obvious to the casual observer that that's a foul.
Checking into the ball game, David is back in the game. And A.J. Zimmerman will come out. Brady Klecker feeding down low for Alvarez, double teamed. That means somebody's open, but he can't get it out of there. And now it is North with the basketball. And a traveling call against the Crusaders. Challenger lead is just 3, but they've got the ball with 6:47 left to go. Richardson with the ball. Has it knocked away for a moment. Keeps it. Drives hard, but good defense there by the Crusaders. Klecker kicks it out. Richardson with it. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Alvarez offers the screen. Goldade 1-1 for Frankowiak. And then he really took a shot in the face. And Richardson took a hard fall there. That's going to go against Segelink.
His third.
And now Gottsman will get ready to check in the ball game. Well, he looked like he took a shot in the snout. And
yeah, that.
Speaking from experience, that's no fun.
And it always does not feel good.
No.
Never.
Hurts tremendously for about 2 or 3 minutes and then gone. Klecker. His shot a little bit long. Goldade offensive rebound. He'll go hard to the hole. And we have a whistle inside.
And that's just out of bounds to the Crusaders. Supposedly blocked. Goldade shot out of bounds.
3-point game, 6:02 left to go. Hensman working against Klecker. He drives, pulls up, Can't get the roll. David with the offensive rebound. Kicks it out. Hensman quickly contested by the challengers. They'll work it over in the corner. Segaling. And it's a tie game. CJ with 12 in the game as it's knotted up at 42. Alvarez, high screen. Frankowiak pulls up, shoots. He banks it home. Jaron has 13 with 5:15 left to go. Challenger lead is 2. David with a move to the hoop. And a traveling call against St. Mary's.
Yeah, well, that's one of those calls where I'm not sure he knew what he wanted to call, and so he called to travel.
I think we've seen that a time or two before. It seems like that's kind of a default if you're stuck.
Well, and it looked like to me it was an offensive foul. I don't know why that call wasn't made, but.
Now Cascade with the ball and the 2-point lead. 5:03 left to go. Klecker, he's going to let it fly. His shot short. Offensive rebound. Frankowiak tries. He misses. And there, it's knocked out of bounds as Goldade tries to put back. Richardson with the ball, feeds it underneath for Willard. He scores.
Feel like that's a big bucket for the challengers right there.
4-point game. North has trouble with it. Frankowiak out of backcourt. Quickly up the floor, Richardson. Richardson pulls up, shoots. A shot long off the back iron. There's Willard.
Oh, and fumbled out of bounds.
And a timeout called by St. Mary's. 4:24 left to go in the ball game. Challengers up by 4. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Oh boy.
The things I like most about working at the Ashland Food Co-op is that it's a partner with RVTD's Employer Pass program. It makes it super easy for me to get to work and save a ton of money. I play a lot of musical instruments. I bought my own tuba when I started working at the co-op. Sometimes I'll bring it into work to play for like my coworkers and the customers. When I bring my tuba onto the bus with me, it definitely gets a lot of heads turned and people will ask me, what's that thing? Why is it so big? RVTD is moving our community forward.
Don't miss the Start Something New sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Jump online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
4:24 left to go in the ball game. Medford is your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit travelmedford.org/sports to learn more about the many tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and the event calendar to find out what's going on. Crusaders with the basketball, trailing by 4. Hensman. Over on the left side, he's got Zimmerman. Ty with the ball. David. Couple of ball fakes, goes hard to the hoop. And he gets it to go. Challenger lead is down to 2.
4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, and it's a 2-point lead for the Challengers. And this is gut check time if you're Cascade Christian.
Goldade in the high post. Frankowiak gets the screen. He'll drive inside. Willard makes a move. Are you kidding me?
Again, that's one of those whistles that I think we don't know what we're doing, so we're just going to call it travel.
I hate to say you're right, but you're right.
Because that was not a travel.
A lot of contact there. Maybe that's a ball don't lie moment.
Maybe. As the Challengers get it back.
Well, in the whole scheme of things, you know that everybody's going to have their misses during the games, and that'll even be the officials too.
Absolutely. And if it was a travel, he got pushed, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There should be more to that than you think.
Frankowiak, what body control there, and he lays it up and in.
And when you need a bucket tonight, that's where we've gone, is to Frankowiak, and he has been on fire.
Hensman directing traffic between the circles, working against Klecker. Ty Zimmerman. Segalink, his shot short. Long rebound comes out to Klecker. And Segalink has been a weapon for the Crusaders tonight.
It looks like he's getting tired, though, to be honest with you. These kids that are out here for St. Mary's have been here a while.
Richardson from three.
And there it is. Briley with a big three. He finally made one.
Whoosh. 12 for Richardson. 2:36 to go. The Challenger lead now 7. David looking inside. North will shoot. Splat. It's good. North with 16 in the game.
He's been tough tonight for them. There's no doubt about that.
Frankowiak working against Zimmerman. Richardson will try one. Long rebound out to Goldade. His shot won't go. Ball tipped around. Willard in the battle for it, but there's David and Zimmerman. Zimmerman driving hard to the hole with the left hand. Misses the shot. Goldade with the rebound. Cade has been good on the boards tonight.
Good timeout by Coach, I think, with a lead and 1:51 to go. Got to be smart here if you're the Challengers.
You bet. We'll take a quick timeout as well, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
In the heart of the Rogue Valley, RVTD connects us all, not just through miles traveled, but also through time. 50 years ago, public transportation laid the foundation for growth in Southern Oregon. These early buses didn't just carry passengers, they carried progress, connecting communities and fueling dreams. Rogue Valley Transportation District, celebrating 50 years of moving our community forward.
All back here at the Cascade Christian Pavilion. 5-point lead for the Challengers here late in the fourth. Love to be a fly on the wall near that Challenger bench.
I have a couple flies over there, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 1:51 left to go in the game.
As we always say, as at Cascade Christian, it'll come down to defending.
Yes.
Can the Challengers defend this last 1:51? They've got the lead. Can they defend?
Frankowiak inbounds in the backcourt to Richardson. Richardson to Alvarez. Cross-court pass to Briley. Frankowiak. A lot of ball movement here. 15 on the shot clock. Frankowiak trying to make a move. Now to Goldade. Goldade kicks it out. Richardson. Klecker will let it fly. And it's off the window, and North is there.
Not a terrible possession if you're the Challengers.
Ran some clock down.
Ran some clock.
2-score game. Segalink driving. Kicks it out. Hensman on the drive. David will shoot. His shot a little bit long. Richardson with the rebound. I don't think that is the shot that Coach Pulver wanted. Foul in the backcourt. That'll go against Jack King. That's a floor foul in the third.
Well, the biggest thing it does is it resets the shot clock to 35 seconds for the Challengers. And now, if you're Cascade, you really don't have to shoot it. And if you're the Crusaders, you probably should be thinking about fouling.
Frankowiak, Klecker. Brady working against Segalink. We'll work it over. Richardson. Klecker drives against Segalink, goes hard to the hole. 2 and 1.
And it's Klecker's first bucket of the night. How timely can that be?
And did you see what was kind of going on between he and Segalink
prior
to a little bit of...
There's a lot of John going on between the two of them.
Yeah.
And a lot of pushing and shoving.
Yep. And now Segalink trying to plead his case with Jay Campbell.
And it's Segalink's fourth foul, too.
And a timeout. The Rogue Valley Transportation District is ready to get you where you need to go. For help learning the routes and options available to you, visit rvtd.org to learn more. Well, it has been a battle. And if I'm being honest, Mark, it was probably a little bit more of a battle than I had anticipated.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, but the thing I know about this St. Mary's team is they're going to scrap and claw, and they're going to play hard no matter who they're playing. And you got to like that about them. And this is a rivalry game.
Right.
So on top of all that, you've got a little adrenaline. You got a few other things flowing as well. And the Challengers without arguably one of their better players, and Derek Farmer having to really work here to get this one.
So Brady Klecker goes to the free throw line. He's averaging 8.5 points a game, but as Mark mentioned, just got his first field goal of the night. He makes the three-point play, and the Challenger lead is 8.
Biggest lead of the night, I think, for the Challengers.
Hensman will shoot, shot short. Alvarez with the rebound. Kronkowiak, and a foul by North. Jaron Kronkowiak, who leads the Challengers tonight with 15. And it was not a good start for him this evening, but he hung in there.
Yeah, he did. And in the second half, he came alive, and he really carried the Challengers in the second half as he misses the first free throw.
Jaron has another one coming. Can he make it a 9-point game? He does. Quickly down the floor they go. Zimmerman lets it fly. Shot off to the right. There with the offensive rebound is North, and that will end the game. Cascade Christian remains undefeated in league play by beating the St. Mary's Crusaders by a score of 55-46. What a game it was. We will take a timeout, and when we return, we'll be back with the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign post-game show, and that'll follow these messages on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
After I met her, I called and asked her to go on a date with me, and we came to Abby's Pizza for our first date.
Eating it across from each other, I'll never forget it. This place is special.
It's
barbecue chicken pizza season at Abby's Legendary Pizza, baby. Featuring our flavorful pizza sauce and a 3-cheese blend, layered with BBQ sauce, chicken, and onions. Order your hot and fresh feast now at abbys.com. A legendary pizza tradition.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
I think you would.
Welcome back to the Cascade Christian Pavilion, and welcome to the Know Your Role postgame show. Visit travelmedford.org/Know Your Role to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better, and to learn about your sport ground, where the West Coast comes to play. We'll recap the scoring and look at some of the key stats from the night. The Cascade Christian Challengers keep their run going and gain some separation against the Crusaders with a 55-46 victory. The game early on, back and forth affair. St. Mary's making a run in the second quarter, appearing to gain some separation, had a lead of 5 points at one point before the Challengers drew within one for halftime. Then in the third quarter, especially late, after the battle went back and forth, the Challengers gained some late separation, worked through the fourth quarter to extend that lead. You talked about the defense, Market. It was truly the defense that ended up making the difference in this ball game for the Challengers to pick up the victory.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that Challenger defense being solid. And when you get to the end of a game and you've got to make in-game decisions, you got to do things at the end of the game to win the game. Defense, and when it's good, it's the best part. And the Challengers tonight took care of business, holding the Crusaders to just 10 points in that last quarter, and that was really the key. Challengers outscore the Crusaders 13-10 in the last quarter to get the victory. And when you can count on that defense to hold teams to 10 points in a quarter, and you can, most high school teams, the Challengers included, can score more than 10 points in a quarter, you're going to win games doing that. And that's what the Challengers did in that fourth quarter, as they held St. Mary's to just 10 points, and they scored 13 to pull away and win. Statistics for the game, let's start with shooting percentages. Challengers tonight, 21 for 57, only 37%. They actually shoot a little bit lower percentage than do the Crusaders. The Crusaders 19 for 50, that's 38%. So real close by both teams on the shooting percentages. The Challengers, though, if you notice, made 2 more buckets and got 7 more shots because of the offensive rebounding that they were doing, and also the turnover differential. The Challengers with just 8 turnovers, the Crusaders had 12, and so those extra possessions for the Challengers turned into extra shots, and they were able to get the victory, even though they didn't shoot quite as good a percentage as did the Crusaders. Other statistics in the game, not a lot of free throws actually shot in this game, which was pretty surprising to me, as rough as it was out there. Challengers 3 for 8, which is terrible, 38% from the free throw line. Luckily, it wasn't a large sample, but still 3 for 8, not good. The Crusaders just 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 50%. Scoring, first for the Crusaders, Nolan Hensman had a bucket for 2. Jax North led the way for the Crusaders with 16. C.J. Sedgelink right behind him with 15. Ty Zimmerman had 9. Kent David had 4, and that was the scoring for the Crusaders. For the Cascade Christian Challengers, Briley Richardson had 12 points tonight. Jaron Frankowiak with 15 to lead the way. Brady Klecker had 3 points coming right at the end of the game at a very important time. Carson Willard also had a bucket in that fourth quarter when the Challengers needed it on a little backdoor play. And Cade Goldade, though, also in the first half. Remember, he had 10 points in the first half. He finishes the game with 12 and really did a nice job tonight for the Challengers as they needed that extra scoring from him. Hudson Gottsman had 3 points. Andy Alvarez with 4. And the Challengers pull off this victory 55-46 over the Crusaders and pretty much assure themselves of a league title and a berth in the state tournament. So big game tonight. Nice win for the Challengers even without one of their stars, Derek Farmer, who's still recovering from that ankle injury.
So for the Challengers, up next, a pair of road games. They'll be playing at Lost River on Thursday and then at Brookings Harbor on Friday. Our next broadcast will be a week from tonight as the Challengers host Lakeview on Senior Night. Well, that'll wrap things up for us. We thank you for watching today's broadcast. Our thanks to Cascade Christian Athletic Director Nate Maben for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net and today's broadcast. Special thanks to our head coaches Jared Pulver and Brian Morse. Again, our next Table Rock Sports production featuring the Challengers will be next Tuesday night. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Cascade Christian 55, St. Mary's 46. This has been a presentation of TableRockSports.net. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Mark McLemore and our cameraman, Robert Hastings, I'm Jim McCoy, saying thanks for watching and good night from Cascade Christian High School in Medford, Oregon.